stop the momentum shift?
To be fair, like I think it's consistently Marved and whoever he's paired up with, whether it's Corey, whether it's Baby Bay. Baby Bay was that big driving force in the T1 victory. Something about being the first match of the day woke him up quite large and wide, and he's likely going to be another one of those players that's a huge factor. But let's pay attention to this first round. I think that we might find a little bit more value out of what we can see TSM setting up. We saw a lot, especially against I believe the Immortals match, and even prior TSM matches against Moon Raccoons. They love mid control. They love it on the defensive side, on the offensive side. They love splitting through heaven, through either heaven, whether it's through ropes or straight through mail. And we're seeing that exact same setup to start here for TSM.
And for Faze, they have a little bit of utility on both sides, but they don't have any presence there. Drone's going to drop into ropes. They're one of the two pieces of utility that they had set up. And you see members of Faze on your minimap start to rotate that way. That tripwire going down was the cue. Oh, that was so well played by Drone too. Very cheeky. He tops onto the cables to let him think that's what's coming, drops off, and drops the curveball to follow that up. But either way, TSM has funneled their way over onto B. It was all a bait. Faze is going to show up just a bit late, but Raucus is there already.
Wait, Wardell's in a little trouble. He does get taken
left.
down by Raucus. Down to the 3v3. Spike's still not planted, and Zachary's actually on the side. He hears that Spike being planted, but there's a player down in hell. It's all down to Marv. Phoenix shots are going to land onto Haze, but it's a 1v2. Sabrosa, or sorry, Drone up above. Sabrosa off the side. Angle into the choke point. Sees where the Spike's planted. Drone pulls off. Oh, shots onto Sabrosa are going to be good. It's the 1v1. Man in the mirror. Phoenix versus Phoenix. Early peek takes him a little down, and Marv will fall as TSM Drone will find the opening pick. We have to highlight that ropes play. As you had highlighted it, he made noise, threw the curveball, and the rest of the team just rushed the heaven side on the B side. Very well executed. Good old pump fake, never hurt anybody. Now we'll see how TSM will set up this next round as Faze Clan are on the eco.
Again, Faze, at least early on, not going to be buying up a ton. So TSM will have the artillery advantage. On the attacking side, we've already seen a couple of mind games played, but nothing aggressive quite yet. Good bit of CC used to try to clear out a couple of different spots. As you see, Drone also trying to create some room, give him something to work with up across the middle of the map. Zachary and Baby Bay are going to be waiting just around the corner. If they go into mailroom, the Spike has not moved very far at all.
Ooh. Baby Bay's in a good spot. You see Drone not even really paying attention to the potential of a player being in the mailroom. And that might be how Zachary's playing it. Like if he's playing it super passive on the heaven side, just trying to see and back away, they may not anticipate Baby Bay playing there. And of course, you also have Cutler there providing some of that utility. It's going to be a mid-round B hit. Raucus, the only player there, as Haze will wrap around. He was holding the line for a potential flank. Now here comes the execute for TSM.
Drone using the curveball, swinging over, checking heaven, and the smoke is going to go down as well. But a really nice paranoia from Raucus to at least buy some time. He's going to get flashed up, however, and drop at the hands of Drone as he lights up the kill feed with the second kill on the round. Sabrosa gets in on the action as well as TSM are going to have the numbers advantage and the spike planted.
Last two members of Faze Clan up in the middle. I mean, this was a round that, you know, the second round conversion tends to go to the favorite of the pistol round winner, but can Faze Clan find another pick? That is the big question. That'll really provide a solid equilibrium moving into that third round force-up. TSM, they're just backing away slowly. Faze Clan maybe anticipated members pushing up through mid. Ooh, they're gonna go for a cheeky defuse at the last second? They might. There's not a lot of time left. They've already exited the site. Quick shot there onto Sabrosa. Marv will find that one, and then he might go for it. Or, oh, you know what? Never mind. I don't even know why I thought they were going for it. The new economy rules and changes make sense for them to die because they want to buy as much as possible this upcoming round. But at least they find Sabrosa. So they find the equilibrium. All is right with the world. And we'll see TSM how they develop this. This is the hardest round to convert on, especially up against the defense. this is where Faze Clan should really start to get rolling. Normally, TSM find themselves in like a good 8-4 finish in favor of the defense. And that is what TSM want. The fact that they've already started with 2 is a huge positive for them moving into this first half.
Wardell's going to have the operator, waiting to see if there's anything aggressive coming through garage. You see TSM has stacked up a couple of members that way. Drone going to be the tip of the spear with reinforcements behind him, but nothing showing from Faze early on. Already a pretty considerable adaptation from what we've grown to expect from Faze, as they're playing far more patiently here and forcing TSM to be the ones to be the aggressors.
I find this very interesting. I wonder what TSM know that we don't in their early looks towards B main. Are they anticipating some sort of like aggressive peak? Because I mean, we saw that on Haven, we saw that on Bind, and it's just interesting to see how TSM are trying to adapt to these early rounds. So we see the run it back, it's used by Drone. He's gonna be just running into the site, hoping to find a pick of some sort, but the Drone clone will dissipate, and 4 members of Faze Clan have committed to this B side. Zachary, can you hold the line here? He's already shot a couple, but he's flashed off. Now they start to funnel in here for TSM. 1 gets tagged, and Zachary's going to wait for the rest of his team to come and join him. Wardell's op is down as Corey will find it, and it's a 4v5 retake in the post plant.
TSM has almost all of their presence on the site proper as they start to swing out towards screens, but Marvin is able to take care of him. Meanwhile, Drone has made that slow burn rotate all the way around the map. Keep a close eye on him. As you hear, the showstopper has been used. Subrosa was able to get 1, but gets traded out. It's going to drop into a 3v2 in favor of Faze Clan. TSM still trying to hold the defenses at bay. It's just Haze. He's down to 2 health left, trying to stay alive. Unfortunate. There's Rockus gets the best of him. Faze is going to get the defuse, and they're going to get on the board.
Solid retake from Faze Clan. I think Drone maybe a little bit too late to the party, and the rest of the team couldn't find enough time to hold on to that site. So solid retake from Faze Clan. Looking at how the positioning was there for Haze, he tried to TP to the corner to buy himself more time, but he gets taken down. So we understand that that round is supposed to go in favor of Faze Clan. Definitely TSM making it a little expensive, taking 2 down with him. And now we're seeing a soft buy from TSM and still looking towards that A site.
And the spike's still in base.
Yeah, as perfectly timed Q. The spike has not moved, but Wardell certainly has as he goes in aggressive. He's got that Bucky, can be devastating with it, and he's not going to have the opportunity this time around. Marv with the Vandal is able to get the best of him. Now the spike has been picked up, and they're moseying their way over towards B.
I think we're going to see this a lot. Early presence on the opposing site that they want to hit. We saw the early A presence. Wardell gets up into ropes, but now they've been developing a slow-moving push towards this B site. Drone falling doesn't help out. Now Rockus with the op here. He's going to get flashed off. Still tries to land the shot and the paranoia to boot. He's going to look to try to get to safety. He's still somehow alive. Oh my goodness, baby bait covering for him. But it's all down to Haze. In a 1v4, he's got a Vandal. Not a whole lot of teammates left. Still has the spike. Finds the pickup to Marv. That'll equal that out, but there's still 3 members remaining for Faze Clan. He's gonna teleport in.
Shadows traveling.
Or not. Throw down a smoke so he has safe passage to cross, but this should be
30 seconds left.
Faze Clan cleaning this one up.
Cover going out.
Should be, and the thing is, yeah, Haze doesn't have it from the shadows to flip the map or anything like that. He's using what he's got, what's been given to him, but it's just not very much. Trying to create some room, but he's been entirely surrounded, dancing around in the smokes. He's able to get Corey, but Rockus is going to take care of him with the operator. Faze tied up at 2 apiece.
He at least was able to take down 1 with him. That's definitely going to be worth it. Taking down Marv as well, but this is the eco for TSM. Now listen, we have to anticipate this is going to be a good half for Faze, a tough half for TSM. Question is every time TSM finds themselves in like an 8-4 scenario, they're sitting pretty in the next half, and we're going to see something similar to Bind and something similar to Haven, where they just slaughtered the half, right? So for Faze Clan, they need, to be fair, some closer wins. They need a couple of closer wins, you know? The fact that it goes down to 2, sometimes the 1, they need to balloon their economy to a point where TSM have to face gun round after gun round after gun round, and they're not rebuying new. Because right now the FaZe Clan economy is not perfect. It's decent, but it could be better if they have more members surviving as the rounds continue.
Rocket's not able to land the opening shot with the op. TSM going to take that as a cue to mosey their way up that way. You see Wardell dash across. Rock is patiently waiting to see if anyone else is going to show. They have all of the real estate up across the middle of the map as the wall goes up too, entirely blind as to what's happening back behind it. See the curveballs there. There was a good bit of CC used as well. Man, that was such a good stack. The CC from Breach, the curveball from Drone, and they are able to pick off a member of FaZe.
You normally see that with the Omen. They'll paranoia from the Scuttle Shack. And now that just gives them so much space to funnel up through heaven. There is going to be Corey there as the first responder alongside Zachary. This eco so far working out, but it boils down to this A hit. They're starting to funnel in. Corey with one, but he does get traded all down to Zachary. He gets taken down by Haze. And this eco is slipping away from FaZe Clan. TSM up by 3. Or rather, have 3 members up against the 2.
Spike planted.
Spike's planted. Retake for FaZe Clan. Do they save these weapons or do they fight into now the upgraded weapons for TSM?
Left.
That's just a difficult spot to be in. I believe Rocket still has that operator. Yes, he does. He's going to get a chance on the Drone. He's going to get the best of him. This slowly, but certainly starts tipping things to more of an even playing field. Marved going in aggressively. They get a chance at a player TSM just on the other side of the smoke, and freaking A, they did it. They were able to take out the defenses of TSM, and it looks like they're going to get the defuse off as well. FaZe take the lead.
Good retake as well. I think it's not in the FaZe DNA to save there, you know? It's just not in the DNA, not in the chromosomes. I think if Drone just plays passive with his team, it's a different story. And I for sure thought that there were some upgrades, like there was a Vandal, like there had to have been something somewhere, right? I'm surprised that they were all still with pistols, or maybe like at the last second, listen, I don't know, but maybe with the players, Corey and Zachary on site, swapped to pistols last second. It's kind of like a cheeky, I don't know. Listen, I'm just trying to pull straws here, just confused why TSM wasn't able to find weapons on the ground. But let's look at the round ahead. FaZe Clan with 5 ultimates, poised for mid, as is TSM. We'll see how this plays off. The smoke starting off blocking the lamps, or sorry, the ropes.
Flash from TSM, no follow-up quite yet. Which is a drastic difference from what we saw in that last round. See a couple of smokes coming out over towards A. TSM very comfortable to play this out patiently. They don't have any garage presence. It's primarily mid that they're looking to hit. The smoke is going to come up. You hear the Empress has been used as Drone creeps his way into mail.
That's a tough Empress to call as well. We see with Caster Vision, we know that they're barreling up towards this B site. Might swap over to A, but this Empress is ticking, right? We need to find some value from it. There's going to be the run it back. They're trying to find out where they're located. Now the push comes through for Drone, but he gets taken down. The rest of TSM, 4 members strong. Sorry, 3 members strong, pushing it towards the B site, but there's a showstopper. Sabrosa gets stopped by Zachary. Haze was on the opposite side. Neural Theft is really secure where those TSM members are, and they could not catch a break, as the 3 of them are now stuck around this ramen side. FaZe Clan defend well, and it's likely another round in their pocket.
I love that showstopper. It just buys them time, right? Like they have to, TSM has to wait it out or risk dying, and FaZe is just able to continue to shave off what's left of the clock in the round. It's just very well played by FaZe. As you said, they're going to take another round. They're going to be up 2 here. TSM is going to have some ultimates to work with going into the next round. But as we saw on map 1 and as we saw on map 2, they find themselves in a deficit in the first half.
I mean, this is the defender-sided map, right? TSM get the second half. That's where we'll likely start to see them rolling. And really, this whole map, to a certain degree, feels like a battle of attrition, right? However many rounds you can find in the first half, and how many can you kind of push through. Like if we see a 10-2, can FaZe Clan push those last 3 rounds, right? In the second half on the difficult defender-sided map. So early looks feels really good for FaZe Clan. They need to continue this momentum to find success and take us to that 4th map. TSM once again poised around the middle. A little bit more passive play from FaZe Clan around the middle. We've seen kind of like this off and on 3 stack in mid, and then, you know, players playing off site or playing on site. So Faze Clan this time opting in for a little bit more passive play, but for the first time, they peek into B main. And they have a little bit more control there. So maybe we might see a flank from Marv, who's in there right now.
Yeah, they get antsy, and there it was. You called it. Marv able to get the best of Sub Rosa. A little bit of early aggression. A bit different from what we've seen so far. Drone goes back into ropes. He clears out that tripwire. And that actually forces, it doesn't force, but Marv takes it as a cue to take back a little bit more of that real estate that he had previously had. TSM just on the other side of Garage. They're starting to rotate their resources that way. Meanwhile, they have mid control as well. Drones in mail.
Here's some of those footsteps. There's the red carpet. Drone's gonna get in there, trying to pair the CC together at Faze. This is gonna start to fall apart. That's 2 down. Baby Bay answers back. That's gonna be the Molotov that's thrown down, and he's gonna go back to the mailroom, and he's gonna hopefully hold this angle. Marv will fall. 3v2 for TSM. Rocket's on site. Baby Bay answers back. Now it's a 2v2 with Wardell alongside Drone. They'll back away. Spike in hand. 16 seconds left. They have to force the issue. Drone needs to help Wardell out here. Shots can be close for Baby Bay as Drone tries to find him from range. But all they need to do is time things out. I like the execution from TSM, but Faze Clan hold on.
Yeah, that was a really good hold. And again, there was plenty of CC. There was a couple of ultimates that were used to try to create some room, but Faze just were stalwart in their defense there. They were able to fend off everything that TSM threw at them. A very good start to this first half. 5 rounds in a row. They've got money to work with for days. Baby Bay is sitting on 6,900 credits. Rockus is not far behind either, and he's going to have the operator. It's interesting to see that when there's no jet in play, the operator goes into the hands of Rockus. With the Omen and not something like Baby Bay, given what we had seen in the past. Here, TSM on the attacking side, we haven't seen much presence over towards A, and that looks like that's exactly where they want to go. Wardell goes up, spots one, but not able to deliver the blow.
Seems like they're giving the op to the anchor. Rockus playing on the B main contact point, and now for the past couple of rounds on the A side contact point. Baby Bay with the raise just wants to play close, and TSM working their way up through the middle. There's a couple of players there. Utility's gonna find Marv. Some of the members from TSM soft bot, so it's not exactly sheriffs across the board. First pick gonna come onto Marv. And TSM is just poking the bear in the middle here. And to be fair, you know, Hayes has been playing on the contact point for A lobby every single round, while TSM work the mid, work the B main. And eventually Faze Clan, knowing their aggressive style, are just going to push A lobby and see if anyone's there, right? It's not going to be this round. We'll pay attention to Zachary here. He's going to be smoked off twice. Tries to spray through, backs away, and now it's going to be the B side. Relatively open season, but Baby Bay's in the back of sight. Flash on, but TSM are still coming in.
30 seconds left.
Baby Bay, that was big. He was able to get one, got traded out, however, but that bought some time for Faze to rotate over. They weren't able to get onto the site. However, as we see Rockus from up in heaven with the operator, he's got a chance at something here. Faze, this is certainly doable. TSM has the showstopper to work with as well. Now we're starting to see them slowly creep their way forward as they get more and more real estate. There's that showstopper we were just talking about. The operator shot goes just a bit wide as Rosa with the 4K is able to keep Faze Clan at bay. It's just Rockus who's alive now, and he's not around for long. Wardell finishes him off. TSM take their 3rd round.
It was a great retake a great hold from TSM. You have Wardell, who's looking towards the, like as we're seeing right now, the right side of the tower, and the other team, the rest of TSM, were holding this left side, this box side, and they had a flashpoint ready for Sabrosa to swing. It was incredibly held well. They had a showstopper to pair it up, and then Rockus was just trying to get a little bit of out of a tougher spot, but it was just a great hold from TSM. We saw the early round fights. It goes back and forth. The retake, unfortunately, not enough for Faze Clan, but now let's look at this round ahead.
Yeah, TSM again. They've got Hayes over by A lobby, but that's it. Faze does have a bit more presence that way, as you see Corey is hanging out over there. But Sabrosa and the rest of TSM have established more of an aggressive position towards Garage. There is going to be Baby Bay with the operator, a change from what we had seen before. It was Rockus early on, and we didn't see him have very much success with the operator. It goes back into the hands of Baby Bay.
TSM spread so far, but they'll meet up in the middle. I told you eventually they're going to push Hayes. And they finally do. They find 2 picks, and now that side of the map is gone. TSM can't regain that control. They're going to smoke off mid. But you see how Faze Clan are starting to give a little bit more ground to TSM because they're going to play the extremities. They've got the B-main push. Sabrosa's going to feel it. There's the swing in. Marv's going to find him. Cutler was there trying to find a little bit more success in the angle, and now Zachary's going to meet them in heaven.
TSM just down to 3 members. Left drone is going to drop, make that 2. Zachary swings. Player just on the other side of cage. Wardell somehow was able to get that in the cage, but Zachary goes up top and takes care of him from over the top. Cutler gets in on one as well as Zachary drops. TSM's just down to 1 member left. Faze Clan, they've got the numbers advantage here, and they've pinched in Cutler. He's surrounded.
Corey's going to be the first contact point here.
10 seconds left.
Now, of course, that was heard. Raucus running over Corey will find the frag. Eventually, you saw that it was going to break. Hayes just throws up a smoke and hope that Faze Clan don't peek in. In the double peek, they don't even trade. Hayes just falls. So I imagine Faze Clan might adapt to that and try to exploit it this round. Look at how many members are prepared over towards that A site. They're maybe anticipating more passive play from TSM on the A lobby hold. TSM are responding in a different way. They're going to hold mid and still leave Hayes on that A lobby side. I thought they were going to maybe push as a group or try to gather early information. Wardell actually will stick around, and that's going to help out Hayes a lot.
Yeah, look at the aggression. They're already sending a couple that way. Flashes come out, and then they back off. At least Faze does over on the A side. Meanwhile, TSM, again, taking all of this real estate. Faze Clan has given up mid control really the entire half, and they're just able to do that. They're just able to walk in through it. They get the kills that they need in ropes, and they take the personnel advantage.
Paranoia onto the site. Marv will be holding down there. Wardell will now start to carry the bomb in. Spike, rather. Zachary's going to find one. He's going to try to anchor this site as best as he can. The smokes go down, and here's going to be Sabrosa peeking his way through, but does not walk through the cyber cage. The 3v4 retake. Raucus is wrapping all the way around, and now he starts the slow-moving lurk. He's going to throw smoke down. They might anticipate now him coming from behind, but it all boils down to how Faze Clan push in through heaven. Wardell's going to take out Baby Bay, and now this round is slipping away from the boys in red.
Die.
Oh, Raucus, that's a big hit.
Blinding. No
On
charges.
to Wardell. You see the paranoia come through.
Player standing.
Oh, but Zachary gets sucker punched. Sabrosa was up there, was able to take care of him. Cutler, knowing where Raucus is coming from, it doesn't matter. As he gets the best of him, TSM still has the personnel advantage. Raucus trying to blindly fire through the smoke. Doesn't have a ton of options. The spike is going to go off. TSM, very well played.
Very well done. TSM 6-4, the scoreline. 2 rounds remain in the half. And Faze Clan, a little worse for wear on the economy. If TSM can close this one out, they might actually put Faze Clan in a tough spot the round to follow. So this is a great round to break straw on the camel's back. We got the Rolling Thunder ready for TSM. Wardell's 1 away from Bladestorm, so they might fight for this orb in B main here, at least to start. As Hayes, once again, he's got the spike on the A site. They're going to be looking for a late round A hit. They show face, make some noise on the B main side, make some noise in the middle, and they're going to hit A in the mid round.
Well, and I like this adaptation from Faze as they're showing more presence across the middle of the map. Unfortunately, may have come just a bit too late, right? They have heavy presence that way. They have 3 members playing all around that side. Nobody over on A. There's the Rolling Thunder. That's going to, again, be a decoy. And you see members start to pull over from Faze Tides B, but nobody's home on A, except for Zachary with the stinger. Rips Sabrosa down from the skies. He is going to use the neural theft as well. Everything is exposed.
How does he get that shot, that running shot? So well done. Now the spike's being planted. Here comes the showstopper, though. They flashed him out. It could be a double or triple for Baby Bay. It's just going to be the one. 2 members for TSM remain back sight. And it's Cutler, of course, will also fall. A solid retake for Faze Clan. I liked how that developed for TSM. You even saw Marv. He used to run it back after he saw the Rolling Thunder in towards heaven. They tried to clear it as 3 in mid, but it boiled down to the retake. Solid stuff from Faze Clan.
Yeah, Zachary with that big pick onto there, and it's just like the execution was there, right? They dropped the bait out over towards B. They had everything that they wanted. Zachary getting that opening pick there was big. It bought time for Faze to bring some of those resources over, but then really at that point it was Baby Bay with the showstopper who didn't really connect with that, but it bought some room, right? It created some room. TSM was kind of bunched in back behind the screens, and they fall apart this time. An aggressive look towards B. Oh, Raucus on the other side of Smoke. He's able to get one, but he doesn't realize there's everybody on the other side as well.
Oh man, this eco is really working out for TSM. Drone with the Vandal as they push in. Wardell gets a lot of space. There's a paranoia from B main that catches Marv off guard. Now it's a 4v2 retake. Guess what? On the opposite side, Zachary, you got a Bucky. Oh, it's a shot missed from Wardell. Zachary will find it 3v2 as the spike continues to tick.
The Empress was used as well. No other ultimate is going to be in the fold here. I like the positioning from TSM. Faze is going to have to make something special happen here. They're all pushing it from the same side. The curveball comes out. Zachary gets taken out. Corey is able to trade it, repositions. Gets things down to a 1v2. It just doesn't have a ton of options. He's guessing to make sure nobody's going to be pinching it from behind him. But he's got to go. He's going to have to bust the move. He's going to have to do it here soon. Spots one, is able to take care of Drone, however, as he snaps on him. He's going for the defuse, but he had to pull off. Sub Rosa goes around. He takes care of him. TSM take that round into halftime.
Switching sides.
Listen, there's only one thing to say, okay? There's only one thing. Rush B. Sometimes it works, you know? And in that case, it definitely did. 7-5 the scoreline for the first half. Pretty good half for TSM, and now this is where things become very difficult for FaZe Clan. They need to win this first pistol to find a little bit of steam, pick up a little bit of momentum. Early looks, they're stacking towards that A side with a little bit of presence from Marv on the B side. He's probably going to be fighting for that orb in B main, or at least cause a little bit of noise to sell some sort of B hit. How Drone and Cutler act around this A hit is going to be very interesting. They both have flash. It looks like Drone is positioned behind the flower pot. A discipline check for FaZe Clan if they do opt in to go straight through that choke point, or if they go through heaven. We're gonna find out.
It's interesting to see FaZe not really interested in playing for mid control early on, as they're just going to go for the site once smoke comes out in screens. That's all that's going to be there. You mentioned the discipline check, and yes, they have the discipline to ensure there's nobody there. Drone and Color have dropped a nice 2K early on for Zachary. He drops into his own cage. Nice use out of that camera there to ensure that he's able to get information when he wouldn't be able to otherwise. Sabrosa's been tagged up. With the cans, the spike has been planted. FaZe have control.
TSM are watching flanks. You've got Wardell looking down ropes. Faze was looking back towards defender's spawn. And they're slowly just trying to find information before they push in. Sabrosa's gonna fall, so is Wardell. Hayes next up on the docket before he takes out Baby Bay. It was a fast and clean hit. I think Drone, if he doesn't fall there behind the flower pot, it's a little bit of a different round, but Zachary and company, they don't just blindly push onto the site. They check all possible nooks and crannies, find success, and they needed that pistol. Now they've got a Vandal onto Zachary. Got some weapons moving into this one. Baby Bay maybe, okay, he's gonna buy up with a pistol and armor. TSM are on the eco.
I want to say that was the first pistol round that FaZe wins in the entire series, right? Like they needed that, especially knowing what's going to be waiting for them through the rest of that half. Holy smokes! Baby Bay tries to go in aggressively, knowing TSM should not have much to work with, but the classics are plenty as they take them out.
And you see the aggression from TSM and through B main. They push some of those FaZe Clan members back. So a lot of ground has been covered here by FaZe. Zachary has managed to make his way up into heaven. You've got a sight line by Raucus as he shoots through the smoke. But still, TSM, they're just holding on. They don't really have any upgrades. They managed to find a pick early, but that's not a weapon that ends up in their hands. FaZe Clan are going to end up at this A side once again. It's Drone and Hazed. Sorry, Cutler. How will they survive?
Well, they got some info, enough to know that some of the resources of TSM have arrived, but Raucus in a good position here from up in heaven. He's got the Spectre. And it looks like FaZe is just very comfortable with slowly playing this out. No way. No way. Hey, I think Haze has an idea that Cage goes up to ensure that nobody's going to be rotating over, but FaZe have made their way in.
Left.
They're going to be coming in from the attacking side. From the defending side, excuse me.
Yes, for the defending side. Well, they're starting to run through. There's a player down there in the corner, back there in the corner. It's Wardell. He's not able to find a single pick. As the spike goes down, a solid round here for FaZe. They wrap around, a strange round, if I'm going to be honest, as they funnel all the way around through the defender spawn. Listen, that's what we expect from FaZe, right?
Yeah, but that's like, I love that. You see something like that on Ascent a lot, right? You seldom see that on something like Split, because for you to be able to have that much room to work with, you have to have established so much control on either of the sites that gives you that flexibility. There's no easy mid access to make that play happen. So I love what we saw out of FaZe there.
This is now the gun round for TSM. Wardell with the op poised up in the middle there. While the rest of TSM are going to play a little bit aggressively. This is Paranoia that actually pulls Drone back. And BBB gets a lot of space on the opposite side of the map, while we see Wardell forced off as well from some of that early aggression. So FaZe Clan moving in hot as they'll split from mid through ropes. And once again, it is Drone and Cutler that have to hold the line here for FaZe.
Fire's out.
They work up mid, they work their way onto A, and they have taken control of the site. The spike is surely going to make its way on. I like that Paranoia from Haze, but he's going to get blinded up. Gets it through the blind anyway. Looking for the second. He's going to push off Zachary. But the spike goes down.
Wardell is still posted up in B heaven. The bros are wrapping around. Camera here from Zachary. Trying to see if he can spot anything out. In towards screens where Haze is currently playing. But Wardell hasn't moved a muscle, which means they're not going to be fighting for this retake.
Shadows.
And I think they have to be thinking about how they want to play the defensive side. It's a couple of rounds now. The FaZe Clan have found great openings on the A side. Yeah, even though last round on the eco, they found an early pick, it still wasn't enough, right? Wardell's going to find likely somebody here.
Oh.
Or not. Or not.
All right, the operator not a factor any longer, as he wasn't able to carry that into the next round. For FaZe, they've got full armor and full rifles and plenty of money to work with. That's now 3 rounds in a row. It's going to be a mixed bag for TSM. You see a Stinger in the hands of Cutler, a Sheriff in the hands of Drone, which we've seen a couple of times throughout the series from both squads, really. The Sheriffs can be just as devastating as anything else they bring to the gunfight. But FaZe here have found success on the attacking side. It's been primarily over through A. Sometimes they fight for this mid control, other times they don't. But either way, it's been paying off this time. Corey drops early on.
Oh, Wardell with the shorty. The rest of the TSM members find success up in mid. Well, now they start to funnel in pretty clear, but the spike's back towards the rope. Sabrosa pushing in through the sewers is going to get taken down by Raucus. And the rest of TSM have actually made their way over towards heaven. You see Marv all alone on the B site, and it causes FaZe Clan to rotate back over. We also have to identify that Baby is in a really good spot. See him posted up on the site. They've got so much control here from FaZe, despite a couple of early picks here going both ways.
Oh, that's going to give away a good bit of info as Baby Bay drops. Zachary still has that spike.
Cage trigger.
They haven't found a ton of room really to work with, but they are going to make their way over towards B. Drone on the alert. Oh man, Marved. Oh, Marved able to get 2 clean shots there as FaZe Clan continue to balloon this lead. TSM has to be careful here. This is getting out of hand.
11-5. 4 rounds in a row. This is where we expected TSM to really get rolling, but FaZe Clan have been in control from the jump. This is the gun round. This would be the turning point for TSM, and look at how they're answering some of that early A aggression. They've got Wardell, they've got Drone and Cutler, and a little bit more passive towards that B site. It's an answer nonetheless. Let's see if they can hold it down. Faze Clan are determined to break through onto this A site.
Saw the paranoia early on from Rockets to give Baby Bay a bit more room to work with. Zachary's going to follow as well, as they slowly but surely have been investing utility in order to creep their way further up this A site. Drone once again posted up behind that flower box. A couple more smokes coming out from Rockets. It certainly seems like this is where they want to go, Simo. And again, they've had so much success on A. Why change?
Now there are a couple of members here. They really just push TSM back one after another. The run it back respect, the Molotov respect, the raise utility respect, but Drone's still on the site. Meanwhile, Corey's been working B main, Hazed is holding the angle, and Sabrosa is waiting for Marv in mailroom. So TSM are in a pretty decent spot despite Faze Clan pushing them back. Another smoke goes down to stop Wardell and Cutler from peeking through screens. Now the flash comes through. We still need to wait for our first pick. 30 seconds or so is what remains on the clock, as Faze Clan are slow moving onto this A side. Drone is going to fall.
30 seconds
Cutler
left.
and Wardell are likely going to wait for the rest of the team to answer back, but Corey and Marv have been waiting and working the lurk. Haze is down. Now Marv comes back from screens, and he's going to find Wardell. This is falling apart for TSM in every worst possible way. Faze almost on the flawless as they dissect TSM and will sit at map point.
And it was just so much patience that we saw from both of these squads, really, right? Like, all of the noise that FaZe raised around A, TSM sat patiently. They waited over on B. FaZe had a couple of players over there as well. It was just like waiting to, it was like playing chicken to see who was gonna bite first, who was gonna over-rotate first. And for FaZe, they were just able to get the best of TSM. Match point here. They find themselves one round away from extending the series. This was the map that we expected, and honestly, this was the half that we expected to go TSM's favor, but FaZe Clan have proven to be a formidable foe.
I think one of the reasons why, and we can talk about it with reflections when we come back to the desk, is really how FaZe Clan have been playing the map incredibly well, using the information that they gather and the confidence to say, you know, this side more heavily stacked than the other. They use ropes incredibly well. They use the mailroom in heaven incredibly well. Try to split TSM, no pun intended, and cause them to be in a little bit of a tough spot. FaZe Clan for the first time are going to be hitting this B site, and Sabrosa and Haze are here to stop the line.
Yeah, you saw that paranoia come through. It wasn't able to get a ton of room for TSM to go in aggressively. Now the smokes are going to drop. Baby Bay is going to get that showstopper, and there it is. He doesn't have any satchel charges to boost his way across, though. But that is just going to buy time. TSM's just down to 2 members left. The neural theft is there as well. FaZe Clan surely just looking to put this round away and put the map away as well. TSM, they're going to have to pull out some deep heroics to keep this thing going.
Come on, let's go!
They do have to run it back, and that's exactly what's going to be used. Now they start to come through. That's one for Drone, but he does get traded. But the clone is rather going to get traded. Cutler with another. Okay, now it's a 2v2. Things a little bit more doable. And there's injured members from FaZe Clan. They have to work as a team. One player down below. It's all down to Corey. 1v2, playing down below. Drone gonna drop. Shot's not gonna be good. And Drone with the 3K. TSM will stay alive.
Oh man, that looked so good for FaZe, but TSM was just able to snatch that away. And here's the thing too, we almost said something early on, that rolling thunder was there, right? They had that as a safety valve if they needed to use it, or if they wanted to use it to ensure the round, but they were able to take care of that without using that resource, which means they're going to be able to carry it into this next round. TSM have 3 ultimates to work with. It's going to be another gun round for FaZe because of how well they've played this half. And it's not going to be nearly as fortunate for TSM, but they've shown us that when their backs are against the ropes, they can still come out swinging.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Once again, FaZe poised around this A site. Paranoia comes through to push Haze back. But they're paranoid themselves, and there's a lot of cyber cages to give Baby Bay space. There are FaZe Clan members working up mid. So far, this is just the ground that they've covered. They'll pull back from mid. Drone is going to be the one that holds the front line from B main, where you've got Marv and Corey working their way over. All the noise that's been made, FaZe Clan pull back, and they're going to leave Baby Bay on the lurk. And I like the flexibility from the FaZe Clan roster to do so.
Yeah, but the rotation is taking so long. I'm surprised TSM hasn't pulled more off at this point. They've got Crone, and they have Sabrosa there. Meanwhile, Faze is stacked up 4 in Garage. Here they go. Drone gets tagged up early on. There's that curveball. Waiting for the wall to go up. Very slow moving
30 seconds
death
left.
ball from Faze Clan. Sabrosa goes in with the showstopper, able to get one. Marv rips him out of the sky. As Faze Clan are in a 3v3, they're going to drop. However, as Corey's taken out, TSM, again, they still have the Rolling Thunder. They have the from the shadows as well. They're in a position of power.
Off your feet!
No more charges.
Zachary has to survive as Marv was thinking about lurking up through the stairs now, as that's a player that is unfortunately stunned up by the Rolling Thunder. It's the aftershock with Wardell helping him out. Now they know where Marv is located. Back in the alleyway, running back comes through and likely going to be taken down by the judge. No, it's not. Oh my goodness, that was close. As now Marv can work and push forward. Flash comes through, but Hayes is sticking it. Shot's gonna be good. Sees the shoulder, and Faze Clan will stay alive in the series, taking